Anybody else? Okay, is that so? You weren't here, Genus? You were here? Angie was here? Where's Angie? Alright, you were here. Alright. Alright. Let's have a word of prayer. Father, we invite your presence now to be with us as we go through the proceedings, and we ask you to bless us. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Alright, so last time we looked at a statement. It says all the messages given from 1840 to 44 are to be made forcible now, for there are many people who have lost their bearings. The messages are to go to all the churches. And when we went through, you discovered that it was talking about the first, second, and third angels' messages. Anybody remember that? You have to remember, I know. And we also found out that inside of the messages we have what we call truths. Anybody remember that? All right. Now, let me jump down because we went really far. I'm going to start at a point that we had reached and had passed, but it's important to start from there. So we're going to start in 1840. All right? Now, anybody remember what happened in 1840? I didn't hear you. Somebody said Josiah Lynch. And what you say? August 11, 1840. And it was a fulfillment of and which book is that taken from? Which book in the Bible? Revelation 9. Alright. So that message of Revelation 9 was one of the truths that was preached under the first angel's message. Alright, because that was 1840. So the messages we are talking about is Revelation 14, Revelation 12, 9 to 14. Feel like I'm talking to myself. Yeah. Revelation 14. The three messages. Revelation 14. Alright? Alright, so the truth of the matter is that as a present truth, you should be finishing my sentences, you know. You should be finishing my sentences. Alright. So, as a recap, it says in the year 1840, another remarkable fulfillment of prophecy excited widespread interest. 2 years before, Josiah Lish, one of the leading ministers preaching the Second Advent, published an exposition of Revelation 9, predicting the fall of the Ottoman Empire and specifying not only the year, but the very day on which this would take place. Alright? So he wrote up the prophecy. He used the year for a day principle.
Day for a year.
Day for a, what did I say? Year for a day? Thanks for the correction. That means you're listening. The day for a year principle, and predicted that the Ottoman Empire would fall when? August 11, 1840. And on August 11, 1840, an agreement was signed between the Ottoman Empire and the Western powers that they would come under the control of the Western powers. It took 2 weeks before the news reached back to the United States. 2 weeks for the printed papers to come to the United States as proof that the prophecy was fulfilled. Everybody with me?
Is there any relevance with that today?
If there's any relevance of what?
Of that prediction today.
If there's any relevance to that prediction today? Well, I would say the only relevance is that the method of interpretation is correct. 1. And 2, that time you were allowed to set time prophecies. Set times and time prophecies. But since 1844, there's no longer any time prophecy. What we have are event prophecies.
So what happened today?
What?
2031, I said.
You mean 2029 to 2031?
Something like that.
Okay. Well, what I would say, Brother Marvin, is that whoever wants to set time, they are at liberty to do so. I am looking for an event, sir. What event are you looking for? Members of CFMI, what event are you looking for? What prophetic event are you looking for?
That's an event, yes, but there's one that precedes that. I think that's the way I'm going.
Yes, that's where I am. What is the next? What is the next prophetic event that you're looking for?
A congressional law.
What is it, Sister Claudine? Listen, hey, President Truthers, you don't have to do better than this, you know. Let me tell you something. You are the guys who have the information, you know. In fact, that is the third angel's message. It is to become the loud cry.
If any man.
So we're looking forward for the Congress to make a law. Yes. Giving authority to worship on Sunday. And based on what the prophetess said, over time, they will force you on a pain of death. Some of us will lose our lives. And I know some people don't like that part. Right, sir? But some of us going to lose our lives.
So that's why I have to say Jesus can't come tomorrow. Because prophecy has to fulfill.
Some will be martyred. What the book name?
Last days event?
No. There's when I remember I tell you. Where she state explicitly, some of us will be martyred. No, it's not last day events. It's one of the compilation. No, not great controversy. Alright? Yeah, no, this always makes people uncomfortable. But if you know anything about the Dark Ages, when people had to face the not tribunal, the fire, what they call it, Brother Marvin? When they would put them in the fire and burn them, during the Inquisition, they put them in the fire to burn them. They would just go in there and sing. They would just go in there and sing. God gave them the courage to stand. So, if you're not part of the 144,000, no problem. You're part of the great multitude. You'll be carrying palms and harps.
Some people they are a bit more relaxed, but the same requirement for the great multitude.
It's the same requirement. Yes, we have to develop. We develop character, and when we are tested, we stand the test. So whether you are martyred or you are alive, you would have stood to the test.
It's a fearful thing, though.
Yes, it is a fearful thing, but you know, I think the cross is also fearful for Jesus.
Very much.
Because when he was in that garden, when he was in that garden, he begged them to stay with me and pray, no? And the man then sleep.
Never have no company.
And when the time comes, he say, alright, you know, come now. This is it. Time to go. And he went. They spit on him. Then put crown of thorn upon him. Then beat him. Call him name, turn around, give him heavy cross to carry. And then string him up. And they never feed him. Then give him vinegar for drink.
Hungry and thirsty. Two bad combination, that you know.
Yeah. And him said, what did he say? He said, Father, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thy will be done. No, I can't tell you what that felt like. I can only imagine. But I'm sure it was not fun.
If the man sweat become blood.
Yes, so
become blood.
So if your sweat become blood, that means the pressure was so high it ruptured the vessels.
Yes, man.
Yeah. So we who know a little bit about biology would have said something went on in the glomerular tubules where the blood is supposed to flush out the waste and urine come out. Instead it's blood. Right? So that tells us that, and I think he told his disciples that I am going to drink up this cup, but you have to drink it too.
Yeah, man. Those who wanted to sit on his right hand and
yes. And they did, everybody got their own cup. Stephen was stoned. And Paul was beheaded. Peter was crucified upside down. I think only one man never did, because even though they put him in John. Yeah. Yeah. And let me tell you, there are Christians today who are being persecuted. Especially people living on the continent of Africa.
You know, in this ages, Ellen White said John was the only one who stood with Jesus. Not with him, but he was there that followed, and he never denied Christ. He made it plain that he was a follower. And he was in the upper room. Yeah, John.
Come on now.
Yeah, man, John was there straight through. And everybody else who fled and run and then dead.
So, yeah. Okay. So, let's continue with this. According to his calculations, the power was to be overthrown in AD 1840, sometime in the month of August. Only a few days previous to his accomplishment, he wrote, allowing the first 150 years to have been exactly fulfilled before the Akuzis ascended the throne by permission of the Turks, and that the 391 years, 15 days commenced at the close of the first period. It will end on the 11th of August 1840, when the Ottoman power in Constantinople may be expected to be broken. And this, I believe, will be found to be the case. And this was written on August 1, 1840. So, this is one of the things that they had preached. That would have been the Second War, right? Second War, Revelation 9. That would have been the end of the Second War. I know you hear me. I know you hear me. I'm just checking if you're aware that that represented the end of the Second War. The falling of the Ottoman Empire would have been the end of the Second War. Right? When did the Third War begin? You don't have to answer. Okay, so it says at the verse. It's alright, we can debate all we want.
In Adventism overall.
Yes, I know. Well, remember now, it will be in debate in Adventism, because Adventism has long abandoned what? The prophecies of Revelation 8 and 9. Because I'll tell you, I'm an Adventist and I never know nothing about it until about 2012. Yes. So, at the very time specified, Turkish ambassador has accepted the protection of the allied powers of Europe and thus placed herself under the control of Christian nations. The event exactly fulfilled the prediction. When it became known, multitudes were convinced of the correctness of the principles of prophetic interpretation adopted by Miller and his associates, and a wonderful impetus was given to the Advent movement. Men of learning and position united with Miller, both in preaching and in publishing his views. From 1840 to 44, the work rapidly extended.
The Second War would have ended in Revelation 11. And not. The second. The Second War is past, Revelation 11, 14. The Second War is past, and behold, the Third War comes. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It ended with the Ottoman Empire coming under. Can't remember who was related to Islam.
Yeah, man.
Right.
So Islam
It ended.
Revelation 11.
Yes, but Revelation, remember, them ceased to be in prophecy from that time. Alright. You see, at the very time specified, Turkish ambassador has accepted the protection of the allied powers of Europe and thus placed herself under the control of Christian nations. The event exactly fulfilled the prediction when it became known. I just read that, right? As early as 1842, so this is a repeat but written differently. The direction giving this prophecy to write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it had suggested to Charles Fitch the preparation of a prophetic chart to illustrate the visions of Daniel and the Revelation. And we know that 300 preachers use this chart to preach. Now, having said what is in these messages, the truths in these messages, I think I'm going to jump to an exercise so you don't fall asleep on me. And you are going to help to identify the messages under the first and second angel's messages. Is that good with you? You sure? Alright. So this is your 1843 chart. Everybody together?
Zoom now, see it now.
Zoom not seeing it? Oh, you're not seeing it?
Document. Shift me.
I shared, yes.
No, oh, me just see it on my phone.
Okay. Alright. So that is your 1843 chart. On those charts, on this chart, yes, there are a lot of symbols and numbers, but I'm putting it to you that they are truths as well that were preached. So let us start with Brother Omar. Alright, so let me tell you the secret to how I understand this chart. What I do is that I Alright, so everybody's gonna get their copy. Wonderful. Wonderful. No. Alright, that's good. That's very good. Yes, that's the only one I'm using. Yes. That's the other one. That's that? Share with mommy. Alright, so everybody has a copy in their hand. So now we're going to, I think we're going to do a little exercise here. So the question to you is, my proposition is that this chart contained the messages that were preached under the first and second angel message. So the truths that were preached. Everybody get the concept? Talk to me, folks. The charts contain the truths that were preached under the first and second angel messages. So messages are made of truths. Everybody good so far? So, is your first time looking at the chart? No. Alright. So let us start with Omar. So Omar, you're going to look in the first quadrant on the left. I call it the upper left quadrant. It probably is right depending on where you're standing. But to you it's left. Yes, upper left. Alright, so what you telling me? Just tell me what you want to tell me. Which truth? Identify one of the truths from that chart. You're not sure? Roxy?
You start.
No.
You start to get the understand.
You don't understand the question. Alright. No, me don't want you answer the question. Me don't want you answer me, you know. She said she don't understand the question. You want me to rephrase the question? You want me to rephrase the question? Every symbol you're looking at on that chart is a circle, which can be preached. And I'm asking you to identify the truth that you would preach from that chart. No, I'm going around to everybody. No, I'm not ready for you yet. I'm not asking you to answer anything yet. I am starting with Omar. Him can't manage the quadrant, so I'm going to find one of the truth that he would preach when he know. Hold on, Roxy, your time is coming. Yes, Omar. You would preach it 25-20. Locate it for me and tell me which part of the chart it there. No, it's alright. No, it's alright. Make him do what I'm do. One, let me hear you.
upper top right corner.
Upper right quadrant.
Right.
So the quarter of the
26 over the same day.
yeah. So him send fine 25, 20.
Yeah.
Second Chronicles 33.
So that is a truth that will form part of the message that was preached during those times. The 300 preachers used this chart to preach. You get the picture? Yes, Roxy, your time. You find something.
Alright, okay. Just looking at the statue here, just the history of how kingdom came, was conquered and defeated.
All right. Can I ask you a follow-up question?
Depends on the question.
Oh, hold on. So where is that truth found?
We are finding in the Bible.
Yes, man.
Right, Daniel.
All right. Good going. Omar, where's your truth found? All right. Very good. You're present truthers. You're supposed to know this.
You got me specific as well.
Yes. No, I'm giving. No, well, I don't mind the general answers, you know. All right. But I would take the liberty of saying that if you make me come back again and we go back over this, you're going to have to get specific with me. How that so? So all right, Sister Lee. How are you saying?
Just tell when you come back.
Yes, Sister Lee. What you say?
Alright, the kingdoms, coming down through the kingdom, Babylon,
So you're in the middle of the first quadrant. No. You said Daniel, but you were looking at Daniel 2. Huh?
The kingdoms, how they came, when they were conquered, and when they fell.
Yes, but she's not talking about, you're not talking about the image, are you? No, she isn't. So what are you talking now, Sister Lee? Which is it? Which chapter?
this now is, all of them are in Daniel.
Yes, but me want you to get more specific. You're about long time.
Well, Daniel 2 for the head part.
The image, yes. Uh-huh.
And then
Daniel 7. Daniel 7.
10.
Yeah, the one in the middle, Daniel 7. Yes. All right, very good. And the other one is Daniel 10. All right. Sasha, you ready? You don't know which one to choose? Okay. This one here, the dragon, Revelation 12. All right. How you know it's Revelation 12?
Verse 1 said, and I saw one where it talks about the woman between the moon and the stars and the speaker.
But before it went after the woman, it said something else. It said something else. That his tail drew a third of the star. And you're noticing tail exactly. Claudine, is this any good for you? Me know you listening, but I'm asking if it's any good. Because when usually you tell me something I talk to other people, you know, so when me I talk to you this evening.
Yeah,
Eh?
so what you say now?
Me not say nothing yet, me just ask if this is good for you. You listening? Alright, me go give a rest and go over Tanisha. No man, we'll go over Tanisha and come back, man. Yes, Tanisha? No, I have asked Claudine about the chart, you know. I just ask her if she okay because she's, most times when I come here, she tell me I'm talking over her head. So I want to be sure that this evening we are on the same level. Alright, so soon come to you to tell me. Yes, No, listen, I'm going back to Trevor. What's wrong with you guys, man? Yes, Tanisha. Yes, Tanisha. I didn't hear you.
I'm finding the verse.
Oh, you're finding the verse. Okay.
It says, and here, Daniel 2:43, and whereas those toys are and pieces married, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they cannot cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. And in the days of these kings shall God of heaven set up a kingdom, it shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
So, where are you? On the left-hand side at the bottom? Okay, and the everlasting kingdom at the bottom. So that is the stone which became the mountain which crushed the foot of the. All right, good. All right, Trevor. They'll keep calling up your name. Your time. I wasn't forcing anybody to go to Bible, you know, but if you want to, it's not a problem.
For Revelation 13.
Mm-hmm. So where specifically you are at? You think you're identifying why you're going to Revelation 13. What specifically you want to tell us? Because if you go to Revelation 13, yeah. So which symbol you identify? Which one of them? This one? Which one? Hold on. Which one? No, man. You're there, Daniel 7. If that's the one you're identifying, you're in Daniel 7 with the animal that had what? 4 wings? Revelation 37. 7 heads. Yeah, but you start with the beast out of the sea with the 7 heads and 10 horns. Right, so he would not. That's not the one you identified, Trevor. It would probably be the one beside what you call this, beside the 1260. Yeah, that's the one. No, the one Shasha identified is Revelation 12. So this would be the one underneath. 7 heads and the 10 horns. That's the one you wanted to find. You see that one? Beside the 1216, the right quadrant at the bottom. Yeah, so that's Revelation 13. Below the red dragon.
The first part of Revelation 13 in my reference.
Yes. Right. Very good. All right. I can work with that. Sister Claudine, your time now. Yeah. So which one you're doing? Is it Daniel 2 or Daniel 7? Which is it?
Daniel 2.
You're doing Daniel 2. So in Daniel 2 we have the statue, right?
Right, the statue.
And what would you tell anybody if you're telling them about the statue, given that they have in your hand?
Well, I would start with the statue. With Nebuchadnezzar the dream that he dreamt of his kingdom standing forever. And you look at the statue, well, the statue speaks that his kingdom will not stand forever, because you have a lot of other kingdoms coming out. You have Greece, you have Persia, pagan Rome.
Alright. Is there anything else on the chart that interests you or jump out at you? The 10 kingdoms? Alright, so alright, so you see like how you're a dual citizen? It's even worse for you. You need to know this. I'm a dual citizen. I remember the days when your husband tell me, say, you turn the talk, you have to go in there. I mean, used to laugh after him and say, I'm not going away. Here I am, a dual citizen like you. So, I'm telling you, as a dual citizen, you need to get this one under your belt. Angie! Tell us what's going on with you. So I'm asking the congregation, how do you think I should respond to Angie? Alright. Here's what I'm going to do, Angie. I have 2 documents here. I'm going to send them to you. Alright? And you're going to use those notes to compare with that chart. Yeah, so nobody ask you nothing then? Alright, tell me what jump at you.
When I was looking, 2 things jumped out at me. I was looking at the 3 angel message. Revelation 14. I can't remember.
I don't think 3 angels yes, 3 angels message is not on this. Revelation 9, the 3 trumpets. Okay, good.
And also the 2300 days.
Yes.
That definitely jumped out at me.
Yes.
You know, Daniel, that's Daniel 8.
Yes.
So,
She sound good, not true? She sound good, man.
yeah, because I did the 2300 days study, so that's
Okay, very well. And you know what the 457 is about on the 1843?
yes.
What you do?
By the way, sir, that is my
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations.
But I still would love the notes.
Alright, Leon, you want to say anything?
Okay, well, this thing with the 7 heads and this thing that looks like a lion,
Mm-hmm.
I guess that jumps out at me.
Okay, great.
I don't know what it means, but
Yeah. In fact, I will tell you this, Leon. Ellen White says that when people look at the charts, the pictures does something to them and it generates an interest. She said if it is hung on the wall, people walk up to it and look at it. As a matter of fact, one of our detractors the other day said we had lost our way because we're no longer hanging the charts. and according to that person, it's like we have lost our mission. So, we need to hang the charts again, sorry. That's it! You with us? What you say? What you say on the chart? What stand out for you? Yeah, is there anything you want to tell us? I'm sorry, we don't hear nothing. Okay. One what? One having the head. Hold on. You're talking about Daniel 7 with the little horn. That's the one you're talking about on the left side at the bottom? Okay. And the one above? Alright. Good with that. Very good with that. Yes, sir.
So yes, there are many truths. Truths
Mm-hmm.
on the chart.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are presenting the chart to someone who is, let's say, new Adventism, is there a particular order you would follow?
No.
Present the truth?
No. If you want to,
There's so many different things you can just from the Bible, so many different topics and so forth you can present from it.
if you want to start with Daniel 2, you can.
You can.
Right? So the whole point to be made is that there's so much here. Right? So if you were to take, for example, Brother Omar, you wanted to talk about the 2,300 day prophecy. And you start with the date. You can find the date when it was when the decree was given. Right? You can start there. You then proceed to the 70 weeks. And when you come to the end of the 2,300 days, you can show on the chart those dates. Alright? If you're doing 25-20, you can go into the middle of the chart. Look in the middle of your chart. Yes, and if you start with 677, you end up at 1843. And in the middle of that, you will find, there are several dates, but in the middle of the chart, you will find.
You can prove Jesus is the Messiah, right?
Yes, Jesus was crucified. Yes? Alright, Brother Scott, you ready?
I was still there?
Yes, man. You're there, man. You're there, man.
Alright, I won't tell you that I'm not funny in the chart that much. I didn't tell you that, right? But, just looking at it, I think it's in the right quadrant.
Up or lower?
Lower.
Yes.
Right. The Dark Ages.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm fascinated with is the 3.5 years.
Mm-hmm. Daniel 12.
And you have 42,
Mm-hmm.
which is the 42.
Daniel 13. I mean, Revelation 12 and Revelation 13. Yes.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And when you do the calculation,
Yes.
Paul comes up to 1260. Time, by and so on, 42 months. Right. So when it comes down to numbers, and we can alright, same, then it's too far from.
In fact, you have two weaknesses. All right, good, very good. All right, Sister Sylvester. Oh, so somebody talk what you wanted to say?
No. I've always been fascinated with Daniel 2. And the reason for my fascination with Daniel 2 is that it's historical. Daniel 2, you can actually take a non-Adventist and teach. And it takes you from way in the past until the second coming of Christ. And that's what I like about that book. You think of you can use the historical dates to match. Even when you think of somebody who doesn't believe in God himself, and you can use.
You might change the dates now, though, you know.
Right?
You are changing the dates so you can Google it and then you find
Accurate dates.
All right. Yeah, but you see, the devil thing is putting in the ring.
Britannica Encyclopedia and those. Still, if you have hard copies of those or the electronic, yes, those still.
You know? But you understand where I'm coming from. You can take somebody step by step through history to take them to the second coming.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. Oh yes, we have George and we have. All right, Josiah, go ahead.
Josiah Lich, the prophecy man.
So what I'll be preaching is...
What?
Amen to that preaching.
Come, Genius.
I'll be talking, Daddy. So, I'll be talking about what when I grow up in God, I'll preach about the evil and the wrong. Alright.
So Josiah, are we talking about this and this? This and this? These two? Alright. Good. So that's Daniel 10. Is it? Daniel 8. Alright, very good. Alright. Brother George.
Well, everybody take everything that's there.
Yeah, but which one of them over all this time comes
everything jumps out at me. So
Let's take one.
if you look at the left of the chart, at the very top, you'll see that it started at 700 BC. And if you look, the chart is actually arranged
Yes.
chronological order, as the name says, a chronicle chart of vision of Daniel and John. And on the left side, it comes straight down from 700 BC to where you see Christ is crucified. Right there in the midst, in the middle, in the midst of it. And then it comes all the way down to 1843, where they were expecting God's everlasting kingdom. And you have the 10 kingdoms, but these are truths at the time. They might not be true, but they were truths at the time, based according to what they were.
All right, very good. Yes, brother man.
We take objection to truth at the time. I believe truth is truth.
All truth and
truth.
yeah.
Truth, if it wasn't truth, or if it is not truth now, it means therefore it was never truth then, because truth never changes. So I would take that posture. But what jumps out to me and stands out for me, especially looking at the chart now, is the unison that existed between the pioneers of old when you look at Daniel chapter 2 and Daniel chapter 7 in regards to the image of gold. They all consented on the teaching that it was Babylon, and where the lion is concerned in Daniel chapter 7, it shows that there is unison. And I'm sure there were objections as to what that first kingdom was. Understand me? So those who take, for instance, there are some in Adventism that teaches that it wasn't Babylon, it should have been Egypt being the first superpower. But this shows us if this was the main trust that they use. I never really looked at it before, it's just jumping out at me now. It means if everybody that would be preaching from this chart would have the common consensus that it was indeed Babylon. So they would have arguments to prove, to show that it could be nothing else, and it could be nothing else than Babylon. It couldn't be Egypt.
All right, so let me just give you, so I have two set of notes on the charts. This was the most recent one I did. It was a quick thing, but it was to identify the different components on the chart. So if you look, I have upper left quadrant Daniel 2, the 4 world empires, Medo Persia, Greece, Rome, and the 10 kingdoms. All right, and then I have, and I'm going to send those to you. 4 world empires, Babylon, Medo Persia, Greece, pagan Rome, papal Rome, Daniel 7, Daniel 8, and in Daniel 8 we didn't have Babylon represented there. And you would have noticed, you notice I have here the daily and the transgression of desolation. Alright, so in the lower left quadrant we have the 1335 and the 1290, which is 1219, I mean 1798 to 1843. And down at the bottom where it says the everlasting kingdom, that is a reference to the stone growing into a mountain.
You can't understand?
Yes.
I thought it was 1844 when you were second kingdom.
At first, when they were doing their calculations, they started with 43, and when they got their maths together, they put it to 1844. All right. So upper right quadrant.
You can ask the question?
Yes.
As it relates to truth being absolute. These 10 kingdoms that we see here.
That's why I said what
yes, well I know. Yes, well I get there now. Well let me see if we can agree with you somewhat. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But if 3 were uprooted, how could we have full 10 here?
Alright, so you're looking now at the principle of repeat and enlarge. So in Daniel 2, we are told it's 10.
Yes.
But by the time we get to Daniel 7, we realize that the 10 became 7.
Yes,
so we were given more information in chapter 7. So in other words, the information was not complete in chapter 2. Because we got more information in chapter 9. Because when we got to chapter 8, we realized that pagan Rome became papal Rome, and papal Rome was what was broken down into the 10 kingdoms, and then it was after, no, sorry, have it wrong. Pagan Rome, we had a period of transition between pagan Rome and papal Rome.
Papal Rome uprooted its 3.
Yes.
So it should have been 7. But if the
But
pioneers,
they start with 10.
they start with 10.
Yes.
So watch it now. So they make sure they understood it, you know.
No, but they showed you.
They showed it, and that is exactly where I was going now.
Yes.
So they knew
Yes.
that here you have the tree that
Yes.
is separated.
Yes.
So it means therefore it was absolute truth. So the pioneer. Hold on, let me just state it so. When we count, we just count them without the separation.
By the way, everybody is following this discussion, by the way?
I mean, we just count it without the separation.
No, you're not, Nicole. You're not. All right.
But see the line here, the line here showed that tree was separated.
All right. So let me ask a question before I continue.
The Erulai, the Astrogat, and the Val.
Let me ask a question before I continue.
Guys, read what is there. It's all of the what is shown as a picture. The words explain. Fine, yes, but the explanation is there. It said
These three
kingdoms were taken by Justinian, a Greek emperor of Constantinople, whose decree made the Bishop of Rome supreme head of the churches in 538.
Right.
More information is given.
So it is there, it's solid.
All right. So I'm giving you an abridged version of the information. I don't put the dates, I don't put anything, but what they represent. Okay, based on the dates. All right. The 7 times is the same as the 25-20 prophecy. So if you notice the 7 in the right hand corner is the 7 times of Leviticus 26. All right. And the pioneer showed you how to make those 7 times in the 25-20 years. So that's a piece of math being done there. And as one of our acquaintance who is a lawyer said, she said, I never liked math in school, but prophecy made me do math. All right. Then now, down at the bottom, we looked at the 1260-year prophecy, the 3 wars, and it gives you the days for the wars, the daily being removed, the 1335, and the 1290. So this is not a complete. I have another complete list, but I'm just saying to you, there's a lot more to put in there. But here's what I'm strongly suggesting to CFMI. Why are you looking at me like that, Sister Shasha? Here's what I'm strongly suggesting. That if you're not familiar with this and you don't know it, this is your assignment, Brother Genus. To spend the time to know this. Well, Sister Shasha say you have been gifted the charts.
You know, when you were at Melmac, I remember everybody was mandated to preach from the to preach everything from the chart. Everybody had to be presented from the chart.
All of us did.
When?
Yeah, but 2300 is just one aspect of it. Alright? So these 2 days, for example, 1299 and 1499, they are very important dates. What do they represent? Do you know? Alright? 1798, do you know what it represents? So what I'm saying to you guys is that when these guys were preaching, they had the information, so this was just PowerPoint for them. Yes? Yes, 1798, Pope taken into captivity. Alright. 508 was when? Same right hand corner.
Taking away of the veil.
And this daily is what?
Christ I preach the ministry level.
Paganism. Ellen White says before 1844, people they were united on what the daily was.
We said, can I say something to you?
Yes.
Brother Kenny has shared one experience with me. Brother Kenny hated the 8 a.m. because he go all this not call the name of the Adventist church. Go to this Adventist church. And all them do, to prove him wrong is go upon AI. And you know that the General Conference have an AI that tells you everything about the various Adventist belief. So he was somehow dealing with the daily. And they said that's all the people go upon, and they would not say nothing other than where I come from the AI. And all the reference, all of the historical references coming up with is that it is Christ, high priest, and ministry, devil himself. Because the AI is going to give you information that
It has been fed.
because it's biases. So if based on the questions that you ask, it presume that you're Adventist, it is going to give you Adventist information. Right? But this is not, in terms of how they view it, this is not Adventist information. They put this as Millerite information. So,
Yeah, so Millerite?
Adventists count their beginning after the disappointment
In 1844.
Millerite is up to the disappointment in 1844. That is the distinction that is made.
Right, so if you like, you could say that we are preaching Millerite messages, but she didn't call it that. She called it the foundation.
These are what made us
Yes.
the people who we are.
She refers to these as the foundations of our faith.
Another thing that they say in pertaining to Millerite is because they say Millerite was not accepted.
Yeah, Miller did not accept the Sabbath.
So they for that reason, they would.
But Miller not accepting the Sabbath is not the worst thing. There are many people who will be saved who never accepted the Sabbath. But once you came into a knowledge of the Sabbath, that's an entirely different story. Alright? Alright. So, Brother Omar, back to you. Do you understand the references that I have been making to the truths? Sometimes it's called the platform of truth.
Could you preach a state of the dead from this?
No. No.
You couldn't preach a state of the dead?
No.
You could have did from the cross, Christ's death, burial, and resurrection. We're just looking at general truth overall.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying.
Christ's death is not the spirit.
No, but you can use it to explain the state of the dead.
Yes, Brother Omar. I want to go back to you now. Stay with me now. Do you understand these expressions that we use? The platform of truth, the foundations of our faith. Foundations of our faith. I deliberately did not put up 1850. That is for another time. Do we understand that? Right? So Adventism, yes, Adventism has what we call a prophetic foundation. Alright? Yes.
But then I tried to, right, to find out overall. But no, they wouldn't have the health message on this.
No.
Because health message came
After.
What other truths outside of the prophetic thing that we could extract from this?
Well, you just spoke about it.
Yes, there's another one.
Salvation.
Yes, we could look at salvation.
Yes.
We could look at proving Christ as the Messiah. Right? We could.
So that's your 2300 days.
Yes.
Yes.
We could prove the Dark Ages existed at the time, but Desmond Ford doesn't believe that. What again? We saw here also a lot of things, you know. We just want to extract some of the truth that the pioneers of old, not Ellen White. This is
Just before her time.
This predates Ellen White. That they all view the papacy as the man of sin.
Yeah.
Right? What other truth we can get?
Well, I think while he's speaking there,
what? No. It's the first and second message you're going to get tonight, not the third.
Yeah, but Brother Marvin,
Yes.
Yes, the third message is on the 18th.
If you're looking at Daniel too, the fact that we say we're living in the last days could be true from this.
Yes.
Right? Because you come down historically, or you know to be in the 10 kingdoms, and here we are more against each other. We can't prove. It's not one group of people in charge. It's just a myriad of people.
Yeah.
Alright, so if you have been watching any of the controversies taking place in regards to Islam, yes? The Mohammedans, yes? So you can
And
imagine.
radical Islam.
And radical Islam. You can imagine the very first time I heard this message preached in Mandeville. This was new to me. And I didn't even know that we had such beliefs. Yes? And on that occasion, the third war was preached. Right? So that took my attention and I had to go study it, Claudia. Yes? So, I did hear one of our good friends say that the person tried to make out that something was wrong with Uriah Smith for writing about the Mohammedans. Yes? So one of the hardest things I have to deal with is the 27 beliefs or 28 beliefs versus the foundations and the pillars. Are you with me? And what I find amazing, Brother Marvin, is that even though that is the position that is claimed, they are not even teaching the folks that they are baptizing these 28 beliefs either. They are not capable of doing it. Alright? No. I want to say one thing. Believe for one moment. Who oppose us don't know this. I am told that in these theological colleges they teach Adventist doctrines. Not with a view to making the people Adventists, but with a view to informing them to be able to counteract. Yes. Yes. No. Let me tell you what is my biggest concern. My biggest concern, among other things, Sister Tanisha, is that if an Adventist don't know nothing, he should know 2,300 days. But guess what? The work that it requires to learn it, to be able to understand it, and then present it, I find that folks are not prepared to do it. Because remember now, if you're presenting 2,300 days, you must understand the day for year principle. You have to understand it good. You have to know the dates. You have to be able to draw that timeline. You must be able to explain each juncture. Which one? 62 weeks. Correct? 69 weeks. Mid of the 70th week and the end of the 70th week. And then you must be able to max it all the way to 1844. And I find that most people find it very challenging. But even when you're done with the timeline part of it, Brother Marvin, you have to know go to the rest of the verse which says, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. No, you're going to have to get into sanctuary service. And investigative judgment. And let me tell you, the epitaphs against this investigative judgment don't stop here. Okay? Our own scholars say that you can't prove a Daniel 8:14 or an investigative judgment from Daniel 8:14. Yes, and they will quote you the Hebrew to show you that you're talking about something entirely different. One critic says this was to save our face from the disappointment of 1844. So then you have to now be able to understand the objections in order to be able to respond to them.
And call it the pestilential test of all.
That's 25:20.
Oh, 25:20.
The other one is the objections to Hebrew chapter 9. Where is it that Jesus went into the holy place or he went into heaven? So the objections are not coming from outside in Araxi. They are inside. And that's why I tell my friends who are theologians that they No. From 1954, 57 to 1960, it began by our people who rejected Daniel 8 and 9 in their interpretation. It didn't begin outside. It began in here. Okay? Now what happened is that they have said that Jesus did not go into no temple in heaven. There's no sanctuary in heaven. He went into heaven.
And there's no place in heaven more holy than in heaven.
Are you understanding? So we have to be able to understand that if 2,300 days can rattle you, if anybody can use it to frighten you, then you haven't done your work.
The investigative judgment of the critical part is still.
Yes.
Within a lie.
Yes. But I'm just saying to you that the sanctuary part of it alone, Brother Marvin, if you are to treat with it, Tanisha, you could take the 52 Saturdays of the year if you do that. And you know, finish. No, there's not.
What?
The objections to the No. The objections to the 25-20. Yeah, but objections to 25-20. It doesn't reach the degree of the 2,300 days. The objections are much stronger there, and the objections, as I said, I think the ones from inside are more dangerous than the ones from outside. Alright? Because those who are opposing 2,300, they usually oppose the Sabbath as well. Okay? So to me, they are not...
And they reject Ellen White.
Yes.
They reject the King James Version.
Yes.
Alright?
So, I would say to us...
The Pope is not the Antichrist. That go with it too.
I would say to us folks that if you are serious, you must be prepared to know this thing like the back of your hand, Roxy. And it doesn't make you a fanatic, and it doesn't make you brainwashed. Because I promise you, when you have studied this, out, your greatest accomplishment will be when you share with other people and they have gotten it. Alright? Alright. Wow. So after 5, I was saying I wanted to leave here by 5 o'clock. Alright, let's just read up a little bit on the chart and then we'll close out. So here she says, the Lord showed me that the 1843 chart was directed by his hand, and that no part of it should be altered, that the figures were as he wanted them, that his hand was over them, and he had a mistake in some of the figures so that none could see it until his hand was removed. And let me tell you, they use this as a weapon.
Until his hand was removed.
Yeah, this quote is used as a weapon to say, see?
God hand removed, so it's
yes.
no longer true.
Yes. Then I saw in relation to the daily that the word sacrifice was supplied by man's wisdom and does not belong to the text, and that the Lord gave the correct view of it to those who gave the judgment our cry. When union existed before 1844, nearly all were united on the correct view of the daily, but since 1844, in the confusions, other views have been embraced, and darkness and confusion has followed. So I think I can say with authority that anybody saying that the daily is Christ's high priestly ministry views.
Before you examine that, Elder, I have a question. If I'm to do a research, if I'm to do a research, Elder, on the daily, and I want to find out what was preached, what would I have to do?
I think you should go to the Pioneer Notes.
So and look at those who participated.
Yeah, and those who participated. Yes.
So if she declared that she never explained until exactly what is the truth, then you know. But in order to find it, you have to go with all who gave the judgment our message.
Yes.
And look and to see what they reckon the daily to be.
All right. So I think we can close with this paragraph. Yes?
Another query. Since it is supplied in italics presently in the Bible, what is the original? How did the original read?
Oh, it just never had that word. It just skipped it.
Remember,
Okay, it is said that the translators, they believe that daily was referring to the daily sacrifice of Leviticus 16.
But remember, there when you read the King James Version, there's a lot of words that are in italics. But this one in Daniel is the only one that changed altogether a different meaning. Yes, that alters the meaning completely different.
Alright, so let me close off with this passage. And when we read this now, Brother Omar, Sister Angie, when I read this first sentence, I want you to think about all of what we have just gone through. It says, if William Miller can be credited with the beginning of proclaiming the first angel's message. So what are we crediting William Miller with?
The first angel message.
Fitch easily was responsible for starting the preaching of the second, as churches began to close their doors to the Advent message after the spring of 1844, and the message was given that Babylon is fallen, calling Advent believers to leave their churches. After leave their churches. He fell ill. After baptizing new converts in the cold waters of Lake Erie in the early fall, and died but a few days before the passing of the time, October 22, 1844. Ellen White later saw him in vision with the saved. So, the essence of this is that Miller, Fitch, Himes, Joshua B. Himes, just to name a few, this was the message they preached.
And this turned the entire world upside down.
No. The next time I'm back, I'm promising you that we will go to Miller's lectures. And we are going to go to lecture 3, I believe. Volume 1, lecture 3. And we're going to go into Miller's presentation of the 2,300 days. And we're going to go through point by point and pick out what Miller presented. Are we together?
Yeah.
Remember where we're taking it from? His lecture notes. His presentation.
Teaching notes.
Okay? Which have been compiled in the volume 1 and 2. We are going to go in there and pick out the elements of the 2,300 days as a validation that it was part of the message.
Yeah, but instead of the 25-20 before instead of 22.
Yes, I agree. I have specifically chosen to do the 2,300. I could have done 25-20, but I'm doing 2,300.
But in this version, the 25-20 will come out too.
I've done it. I'm doing it deliberately to verify that truth, called the 2,300 day, if you want to call it doctrine, was part of the package presented by the Millerites. Are we together? You're sure? So when I come back next time, if you will have me, that will be part of our exercise. Thank you so much for listening. Sister Sasha, your time.
Charts are always refreshing.
One strong man, we are the boat. I was going to add something. The strong man, the sick man. The supply word, Elder, in Daniel 8, verse 11, is actually sacrifice and not the daily. I wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, exactly.
They can, Sister Andrew, they can read it without the word sacrifice. The sacrifice is the supply word, not daily. They can read it without the sacrifice. And then it will kind of make more sense to read it out. Migrating. Yeah, have people that are tripping on you lose the fight of the country, so you get to see more.
No, you're not. But Sylvester, you know, and
No. I'm trying to make a hero say, you are fast and lose the fight of the country, so we'll be glad to see you more. We need to what? No.
And I say lose the fight, and I say in job done.
Oh!
But at the other way around, the work is done.
Work is done.
Yeah, so you put the men, and they're in a big position now to defend the girl.
All right. Are you the host?
Recording stopped.
Imagine you are the host?
Maybe.
Let me see.